These gang organizations fought without hesitation in battles. If they go to a different city other than their hometown for employment, they can simply flee to another city and evade the consequences of their actions with ease. What is the ideal size for a Chinese party? When this occurs, gangsters abruptly visit the residences of individuals. I just aim the gun at my head and first try to control the atmosphere and then tell everyone to leave. I have to save face in front of my younger siblings. If I don't save face, they might attack me to the death. After everyone leaves, I talk. Oh, I didn't come here to fight a war with you, and I didn't risk my life. If you evacuate all these residents, I will give you a lot of money. And I can give you a house too. You can also collect rent in this area. This area can monopolize the transportation business. What is transportation business? There was a delivery business or a taxi business, things like that. If someone messes with me, come find me and I'll take care of it. It's like that. Usually when it's like this, most bosses just say okay because, well, even if you try to gain power in a fight, your life could end with that. And if you go under the protection of the boss, you can safely protect your own territory. So everyone just goes along with it. Using this method, the boss recruited many people around him as his subordinates. If there's a problem, the subordinates he brought from outside will come in and kill everyone. But if you kill them once or twice like this, the rumors will spread and everyone will just go along with it when the boss comes. At this time, he becomes one of the 5 direct action leaders. Mori, who I mentioned before, is a direct subordinate of the boss and plays the role of a bodyguard. He did all sorts of bad things and ended up in prison for 50 years. Wow, if it's 50 years, the world would have changed 5 times. This is the appearance of the grandfather who came out of prison, but he ended up living as a homeless person. The dragon tattoo on his body is impressive. In the underworld, this tattoo represents his status. If you're at the level of a leader in action, you're a blue dragon. And if you're at the level of a boss in a restricted area, you can climb up like this and draw the body bigger and bigger. Even before that, although the reputation of the Chosu was high, there was no decent leader around. But it started from this time and later Li Zhongguang. Sharpie received a highly capable boss, and Sharpie and Li Zhongguang had a distinct status here. They were not entirely under the direct control of the top brass, but had their own independent organization. They are the type of deadly organizations that survive by obtaining contracts for carrying out targeted killings. Chosu stated that if he delegated the task to Shoupei and Li Zhongguang, he would be required to make a payment for their services. The most significant aspect here is Li Zhongguang. He was loyal and exceedingly ruthless in battles. And although he was short, his body was incredibly agile, and Cheonan was all made by Li Zhongguang. This is not an exaggeration to state so. When rumors spread that Cheolsu secretly accepted Li Zhongguang and Xiaofei, even the larger organizations around them start to be cautious of one another. I bought a job that cost 80,000 yuan and sold it for 180,000 yuan, and then I extorted 3.4 million yuan for a job, giving small jobs that don't make money to subordinates, and doing big jobs myself to increase my power. In addition, I took control of other areas and ended up with 25 organizations. These 25 organizations are under the same boss, so they can avoid fighting each other, receive rent in their own areas, monopolize transportation businesses, and live comfortably, so they were able to enjoy a relatively peaceful period for a while. By this time, Johnson had already become the VP at the agri-construction firm. The chairman is sent by the Communist Party, and the VC is the highest position. Now, he, fearless of power or politics, gets title of excellent company from Harbin. At that time, when reform and opening up just started, country needed many excellent companies like this, and there were also policies that supported and recognized them. In Harbin, the high-ranking government officials had a meeting with Chosurang. He saw this as a valuable opportunity to offer more bribes, sparing no expense. During this time, China was in a period of reform and opening up. As a result, the officials, who were experiencing bribery for the first time, became infatuated with its allure. They were willing to do anything in exchange for bribes, falling deeply in love with the sweetness it brought. Chosu had already established a secret society that surpassed the era of heroes and wielded political power. Later revelations unveiled that this society boasted an impressive roster of 97 high-ranking officials. This solidified its influence and marked a significant shift in the power dynamics of the time. His influence extends beyond Harbin to the Heilongjiang region, which has a population of 38 million, and it is said that there is nothing that cannot be resolved when the name Joss is mentioned. Not only that, he expanded his power to the entire northeast Samsung and even to Inner Mongolia. With such a social environment, I wonder if you guys are in the movie, aren't you? Seokja's name held immense importance for him. Back then, when Lee Jung-gwang was a young pitcher, the mere mention of that name sent shivers down everyone's spine.